there, what are all the functionality. Anyhow, in the last time we discussed about these things, get title, CSS, and model. But up to here we discussed about these two things. But here I have changed a few formats what needs to be done there. If you observe this one, this is just a click on bank manager login and customer ID. So we are going to select the, here I have changed one thing. One thing, previously I clicked on bank manager login. Now in this case I clicked on customer login. Here I am changing the functionality. Don't worry about that. Just my intention is to cover all the properties regarding the application, AngularJS application. It may be text field, or it may be drop down, or it may be a property, sorry, it may be radio button or checkbox, whatever it might be. I want to cover all the properties. If I'm going with add customer process, I have a text fields only and I have to click on buttons. That's it. I don't have any other option to select over there. But when I move on to this customer login page, I have few other options where I can select the drop down values, where I can select some other values or something like that. So that is the reason I updated the script with this particular process. Let us see what I have done there. I clicked on this customer login and I selected a value there, and I clicked on login button and I clicked on transaction. One case, this one. This is what I have been mentioned here. So just a small change. I'm going to change this sleep to something like 3000 for our better understanding purpose. Here, if you observe this, I clicked on customer button, which is nothing but ng click. I took again, right click on this, inspect element. Where this inspect element is having ng click, already we discussed about this concept. If we have such type of things, then by default go with CSS. By CSS ng click customer I have mentioned here, and then by model customer ID. Here there are few things that I have done. I clicked on customer login. Once I clicked on customer login, I am going to see this your name drop down. This is a drop down. How to select the value from the drop down? Here I have Hermione Granger, Harry Potter. Different names are there. I need to select any one of the name in this list. It may be value 1 or value 2 or value 3, whatever it might be. Here for our reference, I have selected value 1. Select value 1. Once I select that value 1, I am trying to click on login button by using the text. Click on login button. Once I click on login button, I am going to see the screen. In this screen, I need to select the account number first. By model, this is the account number. Right click here, inspect element. If you observe this one here, I have an option called ng model. Yeah, ng model I have. So I took this ng model where I mentioned this as a by model, account number. I mentioned send case. Even though that is a drop down, this is one more format. If we have this type of model into that particular property, into that particular field. So that is the reason there are two ways to select the drop down value. One is this particular format, dollar value 1 or value 2 or value 3, what is the value number. And here second thing is account number, send keys. Even though we are not sending the keys here, we are not sending the data here, just we are trying to pass the value to that particular field so that it will be able to select in a JavaScript format. Once I select the account number, I need to click on transactions, this one. Right click here, inspect element. Once I select this inspect element, I have ng click option again. By using this option, I can click on that particular transaction, and another format that I have been used is button text. Let us see how it is going to be executed, how this script is going to be executed, and we'll see how we are going to perform this action. Right now I'm going to remove this this part in order to understand. I'm going to save this one, go to this folder, update the config file. Okay, so let me take the path to start the WebDriver manager. Go to users. I'm logging into that particular folder. App roaming npm. Here I have WebDriver manager. I'm going to start WebDriver manager. First, cd space, navigate to that path, and then WebDriver hyphen manager space start. So it will take some time to start. Yes, started. I'm going to open one more command prompt. I'm going navigating to this folder, copying this path, go to command prompt again, cd space, right click here, paste. Now protractor conf.js. The script is still trying to execute, so it is able to launch the browser, login, selection, transaction. So up to here the script has been executed. So I verified this one. What is this process exited with error code? This is because of initially, I think you remember this point. Initially we installed Node.js in our system, and initially we installed along with Node.js automatically npm installer and protractor will be installed. The proof of that particular installations are this folder, app roaming npm. Once you open npm, you are going to see node modules. Everything will be installed into this particular folder only. Recently this npm version has been upgraded and node.js version has been upgraded. That updated versions we haven't installed in our system. If you want to check with that, I'm going to open this command prompt, npm hyphen version. So it is going to display what needs to be updated. If you observe this one, update available 5.6.0 to 5.8.0, run run npm I npm to update. If you are trying to update, the node.js version needs to be updated. So that is the reason I am not doing it. Will take some time to update it now. Let us complete the scripts and then we'll move to the installation part. The process exited with error code is due to this update availability only. If your system is not been configured with the latest version, just try to configure it with direct installation of npm with 5.8.0. If you start the configuration now, means today you are going to get this updated version and the script will get executed successfully. But actually here one more way that we need to recognize is the errors we are discussing, right? That will be the resolutions what need to be done there. This process error, the process exited with error code is one due to the update availability. It may be npm or it may be node or it may be protractor or it may be angular, whatever it might be. Here we need to recognize that error code 1 is related to version compatibility, where it is not matching with our installation part. It is a simple thing where we need to update, but update needs some time. Update will take some time, that we need to take care of that. Second thing, if you are getting process exited with error code 100, make sure that in your program there are some uppercase formats. If you are getting process exited with error code in the spec file, if we are going to mention like this as a comment with double slashes here, then it will execute, nothing will be there, nothing issues here. Let me explain it in a notepad so that you'll understand what I'm trying to say. Yes, process exited with error code 1. This is due to version updates or compatibility. Second thing, process exited with error code 100. This is due to spec file name mentioned out of the comment line. Second reason is due to extra or no parenthesis comma proper usage of keywords. Yeah, these three are the reasons if you are going to get process exited with error code 100. Proper usage of keywords means it is just nothing but here let's say for example this is the program. In this program I have used like this send keys. In the send keys word, S is small, E is small, N and D is small. Again, K is uppercase and EYS is lowercase. If you are going to keep this as a lowercase and keep this as a uppercase, then you may get such type of issues. We need to take care of such type of issues even. And next thing, commented. Here, I mentioned spec.js here. This is nothing but it is a 3spec.js. Actual file name is 3spec.js. Even though I mentioned spec.js, it is just a comment. That is the reason there is no issue with this. Let's say for example, if I'm going to mention like this, specification file, then it will throw you an error. Simply it says process exited with error code 100. Why? Because whatever the file name that you have mentioned here and whatever the file name that you have created, both are not matched. If you are trying to resolve this issue, either make sure that you are going to keep this inside the comment line, or you can remove this comment line completely. This is the resolution for this. Or if you want to maintain consistency, make sure that you are going to keep like this. Once this has been done, and the next one, final one, is due to extra or no parenthesis. Here I have two parentheses. If I forgot to mention the parenthesis here, you are going to get the error. Means simply it won't even open the URL. First it will validate the complete code within fraction of seconds whether we followed the set of rules or not. If we followed like parentheses, no extra parentheses, and no completely working fine, if the script format is completely working fine, then immediately Protractor will start the script execution part and it will give us the result. But if we don't have, if you're not following such type of rules, simply it throws an error. Even comment line also we need to take care whether you are providing comments or you are providing commands, that we need to take care of that particular things. Let's say for example this is the command. If I'm going to make it as double slash, then automatically it will consider this as a comment. If I'm going to uncomment this one like this, we need to take care. If you are not trying to do all such type of things, script execution will be happen like this, process exited with error codes like this. Understand? And next thing that we need to have in 3.spec file, I'm going to close the remaining files, don't worry. Here this is the program. One more file, yeah, this also closed. Open this one now. This is the master file that we have been created. This we have been executed just now. And next thing, this one, error. Let us try. We are going to get the error for sure. I'll explain you that error, why we are getting those errors, because we need to know how those are going to be resolved in our real time even. So I'm going to save this one, save this one. I'm going to close this even. Let us execute the file. Protractor conf.js. Login, customer login, yeah, transactions. Now you are going to see the error. This is one more time. Process exited with error code. This is the same thing, but this is another issue. I think everyone will recognize this issue, what happened here. The thing is, here I clicked on transactions. Here I clicked on transaction. Once I clicked on transaction, I am telling the browser to wait for 3 seconds. Yes, it has been done. Now, the next thing is, my expectation would be the browser current URL will be like this. List of transaction. List of transaction. Let's see what happened in the actual functionality. This is the home page. I clicked on customer login. I selected an account here. I clicked on login and I clicked on transaction. Done. This is what happened. If you observe this particular script, up to here I clicked on transaction and I told the script to wait for 3 seconds. It has been done. After that, I put a validation here stating that my expectation would be the current URL, so and so current URL. And I verified the current URL is also matched. This is the current URL. Yes, the script has been executed successfully, done successfully. Now, the next step is I'm trying to click on this button, deposit button. Will it be possible? Means no. Why? Because deposit button is not there in the screen. Deposit button is not there in this particular screen. Either you need to log out and you need to click on home, or else you need to go back. Three scenarios are there here in order to find out what needs to be done there. Either we can, when we are in the screen, either we can click on logout, or else we can go back to home, or else we can click on back button. If you click on back button, again we are going to navigate to the screen. If you are going to log out, it will log out, and it again we need to select the name, and again we need to log in, and again we need to click on deposit. Or else if you click on home button, it navigates to this customer login. Again select, again this. This is the scenario we need to follow. I hope you understood what happened here. I'm going to select this one. Now we will check how we can design this particular case by using multiple cases in a same specification file. In a same specification file. Uh, Here, before going to same specification file with multiple scenarios, let's design the script with single case only, and then we'll move to the multiple case. Inspect element, back button. Again, you have ng click here, back. Copy this one. I'm going to update this element by dot button text. Okay, so first let us execute up to here so that we'll come to know is it going back or not. This is all nothing but our debugging or R&D process that we need to make sure. So I'm going to save this one and I'm going to execute this file again. This is all about the real-time scenario, what we are going to face the situations like this. Protractor conf.js. Nothing has been done because of this particular element we need to mention. login. It is trying to click. No, it doesn't. It is not been clicked. Means here button dot text button buy dot button text has been not captured. Then we'll try to go with CSS. Yeah, let us see. Maybe that is correct. I think so. Protractor space conf.js. Yes. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. Protractor space conf.js. No, it has not been moved. Let us keep some wait time so that we'll understand. Browser dot sleep off 1000 3000. Yes, it has been moved. Before launching, it's displaying some HTML. Yes. So your question is, before launching the URL, it is displaying some HTML. Any reason? Yes. Here, if you observe this one, in the first session, in the first or demo session or configuration session, we discussed about in AngularJS, everything will be in a packed situation. Let's say, for example, here, this screen, if you take this screen, this particular screen will have home button, logo, customer login, bank login. All these things are packed in a single package. Remember that why this package has been done. AngularJS application, AngularJS technology feature itself be like that. If you are having HTML or some other UI technology or some JavaScript or some TypeScript or some React.js or something else, apart from JavaScript configuration or JavaScript technology, the remaining all HTML technology will treat the objects on the web page like an individual elements. Let's say if it is normal HTML5 or CSS technology, home button is an individual thing, customer login is an individual thing, bank manager login is an individual thing. Means this will be considered as an individual object and this complete page will be a HTML page. But in AngularJS, in this technology, every object on the web page will be included in a package. That is the reason. That is what I'm explaining you. Don't worry about that. It will display HTML only. But why it is displaying HTML? Why directly URL is not being displayed? That is what I'm trying to say. That I understood. I observed HTML is displaying over there. My explanation for that particular point is everything will be packed and included in a package. And that particular package will be considered as a HTML document. And even when you click on customer login, there are few differences that you need to observe here. Just it will take 1 or 2 minutes to explain this concept. No need to worry, just try to understand what I'm explaining now. There are two differences. One is AngularJS application, second one is non-AngularJS application. As we discussed about these points, in AngularJS application, if you click on customer login, what will happen means only for that particular grid will get updated. Only for that action, only for that button action will be performed. In non-AngularJS application, if you click on customer login, the complete web page will be reloaded. That is the difference between non-AngularJS application and AngularJS application. But here, why it is displaying specifically HTML means once you click on some button or once you are trying to load a web page, initially it will try to get all the HTMLs into this AngularJS package. That is the reason first it will display HTML to get all the elements into that particular package, and once the URL has been loaded, all the HTML elements will be included in this particular web page, and from that point if you perform any action, HTML will never display on that particular URL, if you observe that one. Did you understand my point what I am saying? Initially it will display HTML. Why? Because it will capture all the elements in the HTML page and it will try to put a package, because this is completely a AngularJS technology. It is not a development task, right? It is completely a automating task. We are automating means from that URL it has to capture all the elements and it has to put in a single package. Once the package has been formed, it always try to execute the script or functionality what you have been mentioned over there, and from that point onwards it will never display the HTML on the URL bar. That is the reason that we need to concentrate, that we need to observe. Thanks for that observation. That is a good point here. And if you observe this script, it has been navigated to back screen even. Let us see how one more time. Protractor space conf.js, because the sleep time is very important what we have been mentioned here. That is the reason within that time it has been moved to that back screen. Customer login, this one, wait here, and it moves to this one. Done. As per our functionality, it has been executed till now, right? What we have been mentioned here. The wait command will be browser.sleep. If you mention browser.sleep means it will wait up to that particular time. Browser means browser. We are keeping the browser to wait for some time. The next action that we need to perform here is this one. Element to be clickable, browser and see. I am going to copy this one only. It will click on deposit. Once it clicks on deposit, I am going to remove this one. It is deposit, I hope. This one, yeah, deposit. So it will click on that one. It will wait for some time and it will try to validate the URL what it has been mentioned there. So validation means this one. So here I am validating this URL. Here to validate anything, not only the URL, if you want to validate anything, our keyword would be expect. Expect means this is my expectation and this is the action what I am trying to expect here. Browser.get current URL. From the browser, I am trying to get the URL and which should be equal to this particular expectation. Banking account. Let us see is that URL there or not. I am clicking on this one. This one is the URL. It has been displaying there. And we'll check whether it is validating or not. I'm going to use this one. Yes. Save this one. Execute the script. It moves to back and then it clicks on deposit. Yes, the deposit function has been executed. Okay, this is the validation that has been done here. So, and this particular screen has been executed. Okay, once this particular screen has been executed, we need to enter some amount here. We need to enter the value here. Either we can use this arrow marks, or else we can pass the data to this particular field. If you want to pass some data, we can pass the data. Let us try by passing the data to that particular field. Where is this? Yes, here, sending. Yeah, I'm going to keep browser dot sleep off 3000. Save this one and execute the script now. Deposit successful. Here we are seeing the message deposit successful, right? Even we can write that particular text comparison with our actual action. So by using this expect keyword, if it is going to display deposit successful, then automatically we can say the script executed successfully. Now we will see whether that particular action has been performed or not in the transactions list. So I clicked on reset, move back, log out. One number, transactions. Let us execute this one more time. Even though the deposit has been successful, the transaction is not displaying here. Protractor space conf.js. Maybe that is application problem or some problem, we will check. If we are getting deposit successful means that has to display. Balance is 0 now. Balance is 1000 now, means the transaction has been inserted. But we will check transactions. Yes, we need to change the date here. Yeah, we need to change the date, and we need to mention either it is 12/00, and this we don't know, and here also the same thing, 23. maybe the date range is not accepting here, we will check it, because we need to change the date. Automatically it has been mentioned with the date, 21st only. Maybe the there only the application needs to be updated with the date, and time format is also somehow it is displaying 530 some microseconds or something like that. I'll check it the format and I'll get back to you, because the transaction has been inserted successful, that has to display here in this particular screen. So once this has been done, the next task that we need to have here is withdrawal. Withdrawal. In this withdrawal, we need to enter the amount and we need to click on button text so that the amount will be withdrawn from that account. That is just a simple example and the simple property in this application. I hope you understood what we have discussed till now. Any questions apart from this? So any questions in this concept that we have been discussed at? I hope you understood when we start from this particular section wise, like drop down text field, what need to be done there, what needs to be done here, how the page needs to be weighted, and what is by model, by button text, by CSS, by current URL, browser current URL, like this. So do you have any questions over there, or any process that you are expecting in some other format? Because we don't have that much time to like to revise about the configuration and all, because whatever the concept that we have been digged into that, so we are discussing about the individual parts of the application. So that is the reason, if you have any questions over here, you can just let me know. And the next concept would be, I'm trying to explain the particular functionality in multiple scenarios. So if we have, what is dollar in seventh line? Oh, okay, this one. This, as I said, this is the second. There are two representation in order to select the drop down values. One representation would be this one, send keys, and we need to pass the value here. And the second representation would be, I hope you heard the concept called control strings in Java. You know about that one. But this is not the actual, control string, but we can use the term for this, whether this dollar is nothing but you want to select first value or you want to select. We are not representing the actual content here, we are representing either by value or either by some other format. Here in AngularJS application, the representation would be with only value is equals to 1, or either you need to send the value like this. But here we use the value, right? So in order to control that representation, whether it is value 1 or not, approximately equal to, we said, right? For that point we need to match. So that is the reason dollar will be used as a control string in order to select the value 1. That will be the uses of dollar. That's it. Nothing more than that for this dollar explanation. It is just like how we are going to select the value without sending the actual text. Yes, Rakesh Garu, we have that concept, no need to worry. When we are dealing with multiple cases in today, end of the day, I'm going to send that file only. Actually, I have done that part, even dynamic elements like Selenium XPath, how we need to deal with XPath, how we are going to have that elements in that particular scenarios, we will check it in that. So if you have any confusions over there, you can just ask me in tomorrow's session. That no need to worry, because one by one we are moving, right? We'll go with one by one only. Anyways, tomorrow I'll take the session for from 7:30 to 8:40, like that, because 10 minutes extra I'll take. Maximum I'm trying to explain you the structure of the project on Thursday, so that by Thursday the thing, what main content of this particular thing, I want to complete it. And even Jasmine configuration, I'll share the document with you guys. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. From Friday I'll not be available, even I'll not be available on calls till Monday. If you have any doubts, after that, if you have any doubts, you can just text me, and if you have any questions, you can call me. But before that, for your practice session, whatever the things required and whatever the things that we need to discuss, I'll make sure that I'll take care of that.